All right, yep. So welcome to Zero Credentials episode. Was it five? I think we said five
Five,
last
yeah.
week, but that was actually episode four. So
Made a mistake on the last episode. I said episode 5, but it was actually episode 4.
correct, yeah. So in this week we're gonna talk about a bit of the PS5, like the design and the specs, basically like a afterthought of like when it initially released, just to give us like give our opinions about it right now, and
hmm
maybe touch on a bit of Warzone and. Let's see where the conversation goes. So yeah, Dots. By the way, it's hosted by Dots and Sixed. So
I'm Dots. He's 6'8".
yeah, there you go. So yeah, Dots, where do you want to take it?
Uh, whatever the PS5 is, I mean, I don't know. It looks pretty cool. The design was it is something that's a lot of people were talking about and how it looks a bit weird, and some people had different views that it looks pretty sick. I kind of like it. It's one of those I don't know sleek looking designs. It's a standing hardware. It looks like it's a standing hardware, so I don't have to put it vertically anymore, or sorry, horizontally. But that's basically the design of it. That's what I think.
So is it a case you prefer it over like the PS4, PS3? Do you think it's the best Sony design there is, or what do you think?
I mean, I don't know. They're just trying something new. I kind of feel like the PS4 looked pretty sick. The PS5, I mean, the PS3 was the only one that looked a bit weird because it looked like if I remember correctly, we used to call it a sandwich maker.
The PS
Looked
what
like they're
four?
sandwich makers. Yeah, the PS3.
I've never heard that before. PS3 sandwich maker?
Yeah. If you search a PS3 on how it looks like, again, it
Uh-huh.
looked like a sandwich maker. Back in the day, that's what we used to call it. It looks like a sandwich maker. But the PS4 came out. The PS4 had a much sleeker design. It was nice and sharp. And then the PS5 right now kind of looks like Alienware. But that's just my opinion. Other people just kind of said that it looks like an internet modem with
Yeah,
I don't
like the
know
router,
a
right? Yeah,
clipboard around it.
that's
Yeah,
what
a
we.
white clipboard. That's the design of it. I want to talk more about the capabilities of the PS5 because it's gotten a lot of praise, especially from Epic Games' VP of Engineering,
Mm-hmm.
Nick Penwarden. He mentioned that apparently it's a masterpiece of system design. That's a quote from him. So again, he's saying that we should be expecting a lot of
Like he made the fucking game.
different.
Like he must have. He's going to say what he wanted to say. Like, is that guy working for Sony or?
Well, I'm pretty sure I would assume that he's had a chance to go ahead and get the feel of the system. He probably has it, and they're most likely using it to make their future games, just like every other company out there, I believe.
What's this guy's name?
Uh,
Like, what's his name?
his name is Nick Penwarden.
Penn Warden. And he works for
Penwarden,
Sony, or
yeah.
he's like a big guy
He's the
that.
VP engineering of Epic Games.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So he
Yeah. So
doesn't.
again,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they got the first hands on this new device,
Mm-hmm.
and they would go ahead and test their games that they want to port over to PS5,
Yeah.
and also test their new games with the new system. So based on that experience, I would say, and history, he's stating that it's a masterpiece of system design. So there's a lot of capabilities, and in this case, it's allowing them to go ahead and obviously do more with what they want to and how we can play the games.
I.
As an example,
Uh-huh.
so there's a quote that he said, if I can read this quote, and I think this is where my mindset is going. But his quote is that next gen graphics or processing power will not only make games more immersive, but
Mm-hmm.
will also enable entirely new gameplay concepts that can take advantage of fully dynamic environments and lighting, much improved physics, smarter AI, and richer multiplayer experience. So this is something that typically we hear with every single console that comes out. That new things will come out, and obviously it does make sense because if you compare PS4 to let's say PS3, PS3 to PS2, obviously a lot of things are different, right? In terms of graphics, in terms of gameplay, in terms of how the AI works.
I think that's questionable
Um,
though, because like for example, the game that I play is like FIFA, and I swear
yeah.
to God, FIFA 12 straight to maybe FIFA 20 right now, it's the same kind of gameplay. Maybe improve on the graphics when it
For
comes to like
some,
the
I would assume,
stadium.
yeah, for some that it is pretty much the same. I'm pretty sure there are some little bit here and there that are different. I would assume that I think if I remember correctly for FIFA, I don't know if it was 20 or 19, but I remember correctly that they have like some next gen AI type of system where it's better in terms of. I think the example that they used was the goalie was that he was much more smarter.
I mean, I don't
Zero
know.
credit on that one. Never mind. I don't have that much information on it, but that was it. That again, they made the AI much more smarter, which in this case, they can go ahead and I don't know, save goals or
No, no, you could be correct.
or they're
I just
much
don't know.
smarter than previous. Yeah.
I don't know myself, but I was just trying to like compare like that specific game because like that's the only thing that I really play, and
Yeah.
honestly, I don't think it's that much of a different. But that's not the only game on fucking PlayStation, of course, right? There are many other games, but that is, I guess, one of the
Correct.
most
Yeah.
main played games. So
Yeah.
maybe they already have their audience or their crowd, so they know that the sales will come in regardless every year, so they don't really care about
Oh,
improving like
well,
the
no, no,
game.
no.
But
That's for just EA and how their
that's what I
environment
mean,
works
right? So
with
I was
with
talking
their
about like EA
games, right? With yeah, with NBA, with soccer, with Madden,
football,
that
not
type of
soccer.
stuff is a bit different.
Yeah.
But if you were to compare, like I don't know, an example would be. Let me see if I can think of an example.
What do you think of the example? The only thing I think about was Gran Turismo 4 versus Gran Turismo
Yeah,
5,
yeah,
where I
yeah.
saw the what was it, the demo when they showed it just the other day. There was a
Okay.
difference, of course, because I did see a difference in graphics, but like that is like a specific game. Gran Turismo comes out every what 5 6 years, and so of course the
I
expectation
didn't
is
know for
that
that.
them.
I don't play much racing games, so
Hmm.
I didn't know that it comes out actually 5 6 years.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it
Because
was a yearly thing. No,
no, hell no, it's definitely not a yearly thing because
really.
that's why they have a better expectation of like having better graphics of
Better graphics, and I'm pretty sure you can also like again. I kind of feel like when it comes to those types of games, especially like FIFA,
Mhm.
there's not that major stuff to expect to begin with. I kind of feel like AI is one of the things that is probably the like, besides graphics obviously because graphics does increase with each console, and that's why if we watch the one game that they displayed on the PS5,
Mhm.
where they have like polygons and like whatever the terminology is for every rock and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, that definitely will make a difference because in this case, if you were to be hit by a tornado or a lightning, then that would actually look like you're actually hit by a real tornado and a lightning, right? So it will look realistic. But like with FIFA and then like Madden and like the racing games,
Mhm.
graphics wise, yes, that would be the increase. And next to that would be I think smarter AI. So if you're facing a computer, they would probably be a bit more smarter on their decision making,
Oh,
if
okay, I
that
see.
makes sense.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
I
so
got you.
as an example, could be again. I don't play much racing, but maybe it could be that. Well, no, this is definitely the case.
Mhm.
But maybe this is a bad example, but maybe like on the previous games, on older games, the AI did not take those shortcuts. But in the new games, they
Uh-huh.
actually do take shortcuts every now and then.
Yeah,
Bad example again, but
uh-huh.
again, it could be something that they may have changed
And I made a
with
mistake
new systems.
actually because the Gran Turismo, the latest one actually is Gran Turismo 6 or maybe Gran Turismo Sport.
Hmm.
So Gran Turismo 4 came out like for the PS2, right? Think of it this way: they came out in
Yeah,
2004. The next
yeah.
Gran
Okay.
Turismo, which is 5, came out in
Yeah.
2010, and there's Gran Turismo
Wow.
6 with 2013. This is even before the PlayStation 4, and there is a Gran Turismo Sport,
Yeah.
and there's Gran Turismo 7 right now, which is coming out in
So you play
2021.
Gran Turismo a lot? Have you played the recent ones?
Back in the day, yeah, not in the recent times. Nowadays, because they don't really have like a very heavy online presence, most people would
Mm-hmm.
play like Need for Speed Heat because it's think of like Grand Theft Auto where you could actually just do whatever you want to do
Yeah,
with your
yeah.
friends, but it's more
Hmm.
geared to racing and running away from the police and shit like that. So that's what
True,
most
true,
people
true, true,
play.
true. Another thing, here's another example. Again, maybe production can actually provide us more information because he probably knows more.
Mm.
But like the whole like their accessibility in terms of how much they can actually make in one map. Like in the previous games, I don't think it was actually possible to make a large scale map like Warzones.
Mm-hmm.
And then, well, again, maybe it was possible, but potentially required a lot more in detail and like a lot more system requirements, if that makes sense. But again, that could be an example of again in the old days they couldn't, and now they can because of the system they allow it.
Yeah, I think they could, but as you said, but nowadays is like because
It's easier
the
and
PlayStation
maybe
or Xbox comes at like
more
minimum like
accessible.
500 gigs or 1 terabyte. I don't think it's an accessibility thing. I think it's more
No,
straying
no,
away
no,
from
not,
like
I'm not
the
talking about storage. I'm talking about again the system if it allowed them or not. Maybe in the old days it did allow, but it was too difficult to actually go through with it. But now it's much more easier to go ahead and make a large scale map to allow now 200 people. Like in Warzone, we have the new 200
all the
option.
capabilities of it.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, where in, again old days it was just a maximum of I think I don't know 16 maybe.
I still think that had the capabilities because think of like Battlefield, was it 4? I think that's what that
Yeah,
game is called. That's one of the first games I had for PlayStation
Oh,
4,
that's true. That's true.
and
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah. But
capacity was,
again,
I
was it
think,
the same
200.
exact scenario? Well, I guess even story mode can also be the same exact thing.
Yeah, because think of like I don't remember the game called. Is it Red Dead Redemption?
Red
Or
Dead Redemption.
yeah,
Yeah,
that was
that's
like an
true.
open play
That's
world
true.
as
That was
well.
on the PS3. Yeah, and that was open world as well.
And
Okay, I
Zelda,
take
like
that back
fucking Zelda
then.
and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But one thing I wanted to go ahead and bring out
Hmm.
was that back in the PS1,
Hmm.
if you guys know Hideo Kojima, he made a game called Metal Gear Solid where he made a lot of like it was a game, but it was also a lot of things different about it compared to other games. Where he would specific boss in the game
Hmm.
where it would fuck around with you think it would he would fuck around with your system where he would show that apparently your system, your saved file was deleted.
Yeah.
One, he would also make it appear that your channel, because if you remember correctly, on the older TVs, they were now they have HDMI one, HDMI two, and whatnot. On the older TVs, they had like different channels for games and actual channels.
So hold on, are you talking about
Um,
actual gameplay of Metal Gear Solid, or what are you talking about?
no, no, no. I'm talking about like the capabilities of how Kojima he manipulated the game to make it look like he's actually fucking with the system, but it wasn't actually fucking with the system. It was just you know the way he made the game. So I'm trying to give examples. They're probably bad examples. Like another way would be that he would make it look like that he cut connection to your controller. So your controller wouldn't work if you were to go ahead and do anything. And the boss would say that I've cut connection to your controller, and your controller wouldn't work.
But these are like the features of the game, basically.
It,
But it would give like a
no,
real
but I'm
life
saying that like
simulation.
again, that system it allowed Kojima to kind of play around with it. So
Mm.
I'm wondering how this PS5 would also let game designers go ahead and how easy would it make it for them to
Hmm.
do these kind of things.
Yeah, I mean, there are developers, right? So I mean, there are a lot of like accessories involved where it comes to like
Yeah.
the what's it called, the octopus, or that shit they put on their over their head, which just gives like real life simulation. There's like a
Not the octopus.
no, no, no,
the
maybe I misspoke, but it's called the VR or some shit like that. I forgot the name of it.
Are you talking about the virtual reality where they put the camera or what's it called, the glasses?
Yeah, but it's like it
Not
definitely has a
glasses, but
yeah, okay, Oculus. That's what the fucking word is. Oculus.
Oculus.
Yeah. I didn't say octopus. Oculus, yeah.
Oculus. Yeah, yeah, yeah. VR is what you call it. Yeah, so you could just
Yeah.
kind of make it seem like you're actually, I don't know, Iron Man. I think there's an Iron Man game that's coming out for VR
Uh-huh.
to make it look like you're actually Iron Man.
Have you
So
ever
I
played
definitely
like
do
a
agree
VR
with that. Again, this is probably,
Have you ever
next
played
gen
like a
type of
VR game before?
systems. Sorry?
Have you ever played like a VR game before? Like
Never, no. But based on what I've seen online and on how people think they're actually in VR,
hmm.
because just based on their reactions, if they're in a roller coaster, then they, I don't know, they would just fall
Yeah,
backward,
that's exactly
thinking
what I
they're
was thinking
actually in a roller
about.
coaster. So I kind of feel like it is something that does um, make it feel like you're actually in a roller coaster or whatever.
Because
Or if you're
imagine
Iron Man or Spider Man.
imagine playing Warzone in like an Oculus, for example.
I don't, I mean, yeah, you can think of it that way, but
Like I mean
yeah,
the
yeah.
concept of it, like how does it work really? But like think of you getting like shot, you put it on an armor
Getting
plate
that
or
would be
shit like that.
kind of sick and kind of scary at the same time
Of
because if you're getting
course.
shot and then just I don't know.
Because I'm
I'm
not the
trying to think
biggest,
of it.
yeah, because I'm not the biggest fan when it comes to like gun games, like in terms of like campaign mode or mission mode. Because
Okay.
maybe I'm a bit of a pussy, but like it kind of is scary to be honest. So like doing the Oculus or the VR, putting it on my
Yeah.
head is like kind of scary. But maybe I need to grow out of that.
I'm trying to still think of it. Put myself in that position where I'm using the Oculus for VR. I'm playing Warzone. That would be kind of
I would think that's very
scary.
yeah,
I
of
kind of
course it's
feel
scary
like
because like you get a shot behind you and you look around, there's a fucking guy in your face, right? Like
that's also pretty tough as well because then you have to use your whole body to actually like move around on the topic for Oculus to move around to see what's exactly
exactly,
behind you,
yeah.
right? Because it is a 360 camera, so
Exactly, yeah. And I mean, like, think of
yeah,
like games as you said, like Metal Gear Solid or Splinter Cell. Like, you remember those games?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I really couldn't play those games to be honest, because like I had to like watch my brothers play because, as I said, it was kind of fucking terrifying, like watching it or like
Why was it terrifying? I don't know why it's
I
terrifying.
have
What the
no
hell?
idea, bro. Like I'm just maybe a pussy or whatever it is. But like Tomb Raider and those games with like the bears and like
That was also terrifying, really?
yeah, for
Tomb
sure.
Raider?
Maybe it's like trauma or whatever it is, but like I couldn't play
I
those
have
games.
no idea, man. I can't comment on that. I don't know.
And it's funny as well,
I've
like
always been playing games, yeah. So
in Call of Duty right now, like in the campaign mode, there is
yeah.
actually a mission that I can't finish because like it's I don't know, it's probably terrifying to me. It's like I don't know what
Oh, is it
the
the one in the dark where you go?
yes, that's that's same one.
That's the one where you put the fucking night vision goggles. You
Yeah,
go in that
yeah.
house.
And you're supposed to
Oh,
like interrogate like the people to get like information or something like that,
yeah,
and
yeah,
Ghost
yeah.
is like sniping out the light. So I don't know. Every time I keep dying, and there's like people like left and right of me.
I don't think you're scared of it. I think you're just more anxious. Not anxious, but uh, what's
Maybe
the
I deal
word?
with
I think it is anxious. You're just
yeah,
anxious.
probably,
Is it
but
anxious? Hold on. I have no
anxiety,
idea.
probably anxious, trauma. I don't know. Give it all these fucking names,
Nervousness. I think you may be nervous.
bro. My
That's probably
ball.
what it is. Because I used to get the same exact, not scared, but I used to
Uh,
be a lot nervous when I used to play League of Legends the first time, especially ranked. I don't know why. In normal games, I don't get the same feeling, but in ranked, the first times, it was weird because we were going into a game
mm,
with four different people who are also people, not just robots,
yeah.
and facing against five other actual people. So
I don't
I
think
think
it's
maybe you
nervous.
just kind of displayed your skill.
Yeah, I mean, I get your point because I do get anxious as well, but in this specific case, it's more of being scared, I guess, because like it's
No,
so
I have
fucking
no
dark.
idea
I'm
about
looking left
that.
and right, and I'm seeing people. Like I know it's a fucking game as well, but like I don't know why I'm such a pussy.
I don't know why you would be scared. I don't know what the relation to it is, unless you're playing like an actual, game that's meant to scare you, a horror game. But I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I just need somebody to. If there was like somebody watching it with me, it wouldn't be that bad. But like I don't
Yeah.
know. I would watch
So
scary
every
movies.
time we play Warzone, you get scared, yeah.
Warzone not so bad. I get anxious because like I just don't know like if I'm picking up like the bike station or going to loadout if somebody's like watching me
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit like that. But in the actual
yeah. Mm.
mission, it's like I've never played it before, so I would either watch it along on YouTube to see how it goes and actually
Yeah,
play
yeah,
it
yeah.
just to get like an idea what to expect. But I just don't like being scared.
Okay, all right. So that's I guess talking a little bit of insecurities when it comes to games. Good to
Childhood
know. Good
trauma.
to know. How about my boy? Ah, whoops. I'm on my boy six. There
I'll
you
cut it out. Yeah.
go. So a couple of other things that I'm also excited about is that they're bringing Horizon Zero Dawn to PC on August 7th. It's a port over from the consoles. I think it was first an exclusive for PS4.
hmm
Now they're making it PC also. They're making a PC version. Coming on August 7th. So again, that's also something I'm really looking forward to. And in general, again, for the PS5, coming back to that topic, that's with obviously with new consoles coming out every single whatever year. Because the PS4 came out what 2013, so it's been what
I think yeah,
goddamn
2013, 2012 or something. I think announced 2012 and released 2013. Yeah. So that's
yeah,
what
yeah,
seven
yeah.
years
So
and
7 years. Um,
7 years to
they
dates. 8 years when I
yeah.
guess the PS5 actually comes out.
Correct, correct. Okay, okay. So I think you're okay because you're kind of specific dates as well. Then
Mm.
we're promised that there's going to be new things, and every now and then stuff look pretty much similar to the last gen. Like in this case, like you mentioned, FIFA or
Yeah.
Madden or NBA, they're pretty much the same. But there are some other stuff that also are different. Like again, Call of Duty Warzone, which again on the previous gen,
Yeah.
it was there like Fortnite was, but again, it's something new on the COD scene. And
Is Fortnite like on those consoles, like PlayStation and shit like that?
Fortnite is yeah. Fortnite's on PS3. Fortnite was on PS4.
Mm.
Was Fortnite on PS3?
I don't know about
Hold on, I'm
PS3,
guessing
but
now.
I think it came out just like maybe 3 years ago, so maybe not. But like I don't know, is it on like Xbox and PlayStation though? Like,
Fortnite was no, it wasn't. It wasn't on PC, PS3. It was on PS4, Xbox One.
cause yeah, it came out like what 4 or 5 years ago or 4 years ago. So they probably discontinued everything
July,
for the PS3.
July 21st, 2017.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
when it came out.
3 years ago. Yeah.
So again, this could probably also maybe tell us that maybe it wasn't capable of making it the system on the PS3. It wasn't capable of making these types of games. I don't know. Again, maybe it could be. Maybe I'm wrong, but
hmm
most likely I'm wrong. But it came out on PS4. Potentially, the PS4 allowed Epic Games to actually make it probably made it easier for them to make these types of games that they wanted to make.
Yeah.
Let me see thing. Let me see what's it called? Battlegrounds. Because Battlegrounds was one of the first ones, and then the H1Z1 was also another.
I didn't know. I thought the first like battle royal, I guess the
Okay,
genre
Battlegrounds
is
actually.
No, I think that's what the genre is, right? Battle Royale. I thought the first one was like
No,
maybe a
Battle Royale is the genre, but Battlegrounds, PlayerUnknown Battleground, is an actual game, the name of the game.
no, no. Yeah, what I was saying is like I thought like that category of games, like the first one was actually maybe a PUBG or something like that. Like I just didn't really
No,
follow it.
H1, I think H1Z1 was maybe the first one. Again, I'm most likely wrong about this, but
Hmm.
for in the Battle Royale genre, I believe. Sorry, it was probably a game that was smaller than this, and maybe we don't know the name
Yeah.
of. But H1 was Z1. That was the first one that I was aware of, and that one came on PS4. So my point is that again, it maybe the PS4 made it easier for these companies to make these large games.
Oh, okay. As in the platform.
Yeah,
Okay, I see what you mean.
exactly. So H1Z1, and then PlayerUnknown Battleground,
Hmm.
and then Fortnite, and then now or Fortnite Blackout, and then now Warzone.
Okay, I
And there's
got you.
also a new game coming out called
Uh,
there's a battle royale coming up from Ubisoft called Hyperscape.
Ubisoft. That
More
is. That's the same Splinter Cell people, right?
exactly. Yeah. So that's something that we'll talk about in maybe future episodes. But again, that's also something to look forward to if you like battle royale games. Hyperscape.
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of like those type of games to be honest, but like I like it because it's
Battle
Call of Duty.
royale.
Yeah, because I only play it because it's like Call of Duty. Like I've been playing that since I was young, so I
You're
don't
just a
mind.
fan of Call of Duty. You played.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's not. That's a good reason. And again, also I also like I guess commented that I also don't like these types of games. Even Call of Duty, I like playing Call of Duty every now and then, but I was never like so into it that I would play every single day. It's just
Hmm.
that now I play it more because of friends and then cousins
Exactly,
playing it.
yeah.
So
Because look on fucking Fortnite. I played that game maybe once ever in my life, and that was with
Fortnite
you
also,
guys.
yeah,
Yeah,
I played a little bit of that. I didn't like it at all, and then
I
yeah, I
fucking
agree, I
hated that
agree.
game. Like especially like it's like the pandemic. You hear about it every single day when it first came out. Like it was so annoying. Like
Correct. I
yeah.
mean, Fortnite did make quite a huge, scene because of the game. The game itself was pretty good. Obviously, I want to commend it. It was good in terms of its design, in terms of its graphics, in terms of its community. I believe community was good at the
Uh-huh.
beginning, but now it might, or now maybe it's different.
I,
But again,
uh-huh.
it was on top for a reason. Is what I'm
I
trying to say.
disagree on that. You know why? Because I think
Why?
Fortnite was one of the first like open play game that is multi-platform or cross-platform, I should say. As to why it was so big, because you could play that on mobile, PC, Xbox, and PlayStation with your
Mhm.
friends. So I think that's the hype that it really got, and that's why Call of Duty capitalized on it because Call of Duty was like a bigger brand to begin with, so more people knew about that game. So that's why I think
That could be true, but was Fortnite actually cross-platform? I don't
a hundred
know about
percent
that.
because like the time I played with you guys, I didn't have the PlayStation at the time, right? Or I didn't definitely didn't
What
play on
did
my
you play
Mac.
with?
I played on my
Oh yeah,
phone.
you played with on your phone. I remember that.
Yeah,
I
I played on
remember
my
that.
phone, and I did
But that was quite some time after the game came out, so I'm not sure if like actually in the beginning when the game came out was it actually cross-platform or not.
maybe not as launch, but I mean very early in the stage of the game coming out. So that's why I think it got like the big hype that it got. But like,
Yeah.
um,
No, okay, I guess that could be it. Yeah, because then a lot more people are playing it. But again, like the game has to be good for people to actually stick. You could play the game for 1 to 2 weeks,
mhm.
even maybe a month or so. But if they're updating it every now and then, and in this case, if the game is actually good, then people would say. But if the game is not good, then I would expect people to just dip set.
Yeah, because I like compared it with maybe like a PUBG, like Call of Duty and PUBG. It's basically the same concept of like
Mm.
soldiers going against each other and killing each other. But why is Call of Duty
That's
like
what the
bigger
market
than?
wants. I mean, these
Yeah,
guys are giving what the market wants. So,
exactly.
I think this was an issue with Death Stranding when it came out with from Hideo Kojima, the same guy who made that Metal Gear Solid game I was talking about. Where again, it was a game. It was more of a what's the correct term? I guess. Um, it was a game meant to like be played and like focused on the story,
Mm-hmm.
but the criticism that it got was that people didn't want that, especially in the West, because the West what they wanted was like a shooter. They wanted some portion of the game to be like shooter related,
Mm-hmm.
which it was, but again, not to the expectations of people in the West, and that's why I got a lot of criticism from the West. But everyone on Europe and Japan, like that side of the world, they actually liked the game. So
I was like curious and so like where is the West? Like to me it's like west of like
like
Canada.
America,
Oh, okay.
Canada,
Because
South America, North America, whatever.
I thought those
And
North
then
American people would. Yeah.
in Europe, everyone over there actually liked the game because it got a lot of praise from higher people.
Hmm.
Higher people. I think there was one guy, a movie. Never mind. Actually, I will not comment on that because I'm not quite sure. But again, it got a lot of praise from the East, but it got a lot of criticism from the West because that's basically the market. People are looking for games like FIFA, games like Warzone, games like Fortnite.
I guess that's kind of true, but like a lot of people play like FIFA in North America, but like FIFA is, I mean, to think of it, it's football, right? In North America, they call it soccer. So a lot of people in Europe, for example, do play FIFA a lot as well.
Well, I guess it was a bad example for me to use FIFA, but I'm saying that there's a market, there's a specific market in the West
Uh
that
huh.
they're looking for these types of games, and Death Stranding was not that type of game, and that's why I got a lot of criticism only again from the West. So, not only, but again, there were some people from Europe as well, but again, not like a large amount of people. But again, my point is that there's a specific. That's why people like Warzone and
Hmm.
shooters in the West because that's what the market wants.
All right, cool. Let's switch gears a bit.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Warzone. What do you think about like the new Juggernaut mode? Have you played it so far or no?
I've not played the Juggernaut mode. Actually, I just watched Vicstar play it. Just like right now,
Who's that?
I watched one of his videos.
Oh, like a
It's just
YouTuber.
basically Warzone with a Juggernaut in there. There's apparently like I think a maximum of 3 Juggernauts you can have in the map, and that I think that's it. That's so far what the information I've got from it that you just use that Juggernaut to win the game.
I saw a couple of videos, but like, is there like solos, duos, and trios again, or is it like, or
Those are still here, yeah. Solos, duos, trios, and for quads, they've actually changed quads to be 200.
Oh no, no,
So
no,
there's
yeah, yeah.
200.
Sorry, I knew that. But what I meant is like in the Juggernaut mode, because I think the Juggernaut mode is like a specific mode itself that you
Oh no no
select.
no! In Juggernaut, I believe it's only quads. I don't think there's actually trios or duos or even solos.
Oh, okay, okay, I see.
Yeah,
Because,
I believe it's only quads for it. So there's no option for the other everything else. As
interesting.
long as they keep trios and quads in the game and duos, because sometimes I play duos, then I definitely don't mind.
I
Well, I guess
think,
I could even say and solos as well, but
yeah,
because they keep fucking around and they keep taking out quads and fucking trios every now and then for something else.
yeah, they got like big
So
backlash
it
that
just
way.
messes up the whole dynamic of our friends, and then they come in like, "Yo, what's going on? Let's play." You
I
give them the bad
know,
news that there's no quads.
and that's the thing as well. Like, I have a couple of friends that I play with as well, and
Yeah.
because we have more than like maybe four people at a time, it like
Hmm.
divides us, and like people are upset. Like, I want to play
Exactly,
with you.
exactly.
I want
Yeah.
to
So I
play
was
with
thinking
who,
maybe
whatever.
make a 5 team, but I don't know how that would work though.
Who
Maybe
knows?
I don't know. Maybe it's something to expect in the PS5. Maybe
They should do like a
maybe they can't do it because the PS4 doesn't allow them.
they
But
should do
I
like a
don't know.
free mode
Well, how do you
actually.
comment on the PC though? So.
I was thinking they should do like a free mode, basically whatever team you have up to a maximum of like maybe 7 or 8, and versus
I don't think that's.
whatever
But then
team.
how do you make it so that
It's fair.
what a yeah
You don't. That's the thing. Like if there's a team of three versus a team of seven, that's
yeah
that's your decision if you want to go into that playlist or not.
yeah. But then you could just grab a group of 7 of your friends, go into a match with people who maybe may have I don't know 10 people on their team, or some people who may have just only 3.
Well, I mean that's maybe that's just my thinking, but like maybe they fill it with like maybe bots or something that you could actually do it, or
Oh, I see.
join a team
I
together
don't
that
know.
has like three
That's a
and it's a
questionable
three.
option.
I mean, I
But
think that would
I
probably be a
respect, yeah.
good idea in terms of like having a lot of people like play Warzone together. Maybe because there's more than four people. We all have more than
Oh,
four
I mean, they
friends.
have 50-50. That was another one.
I hate that mode, but that's like deathmatch though. We're talking like Warzone, like you win.
No, no, no. In Warzone, they had the 50-50 option. I think it was 50-50, or I don't think it was 100. But again, they had that option where a large number of people in one team versus a large number of people on the other team. And again, team deathmatch in fucking Warzone. Sorry,
I
not team deathmatch. I think it was like Warzone type of game, but not team deathmatch. So if you die, you die. You don't come back unless you win your gulag.
I didn't know that. Like maybe that was like recently or a long time ago.
That was recently, yeah, yeah. These guys, I love the way that they actually like fluctuate their game every now and then,
True.
so that there's always something new. Even sometimes it might be bad, sometimes it might be good. But again, I like this game and the way they're headed. I was so excited about season 4 being the season to actually see changes and
Mm-hmm.
see the nuke go off maybe, but it looks like they're actually delaying that to season 5.
Hopefully, but like for example, Season 4, I think that was a pretty disappointing. But like as you just said, the fact that they do change around the playlist or add a couple things here and there, like for example the new sniper or the Juggernaut mode that I just mentioned, I think that
Yeah,
brings
yeah,
like
yeah.
dynamism to the game as
No,
well.
those are updates. Those are like the sniper is an update. That's something that to be expected. I think regardless, because again, that's how they keep the game alive, right? They want to give you new content. But again, there's also like in the whole Juggernaut thing. That's something new. That's not. I mean, it is expected they would give us a little walkthrough of what they're gonna do in the
Mm-hmm.
future. But there's also like stuff like shoot the house, shoot the ship, or sorry, shoot the ship, not shoot the house. Sorry,
To the house.
where it's only shipment. What are the other two maps?
I
Shipment,
know.
Rust, and Shoot House.
I don't know the names, but yeah, I know what you're talking. It's like three of those maps that you just do 24/7 to like boost your
I think
crops.
it's called Shoot the Ship, yeah, or Shoot the Ship might just be Shoot House. I'm not quite sure, but again, it's giving you what people want because people want to go ahead and play what's it called, Shipment,
Mm-hmm.
and I play Shipment quite a lot just so I can go ahead and level up my gun. I don't
Yeah.
want like it's kind of boring to me to be honest to play multiplayer just so I can level up my gun. Where in this case, Shipment would
Mm-hmm.
allow me to do that because it's a very fast-paced environment, and in this case, I'm getting kills very, very fast. So
Yeah.
it's allowing me to go ahead and play Warzone faster with my friends. Where in this case, if I were to play multiplayer, it's gonna take a long time because people camp, and then I'm gonna have to find people, and then if I die, then I don't
It
get any
defeats the whole
XP.
purpose. Yeah. I fucking get
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So that's what I like about it. I know clap to the Warzone guys that work in the in the offices that make these decisions. So I like it.
It's still a mystery though. Like, what happens in October or November, whenever the new Call of Duty comes out? Like, is there like Warzone
I
gonna be
mean,
supported as well,
I
or do they have like a new
we
Warzone?
spoke about this. I believe
Yeah,
they're looking to go ahead and make Warzone the
like the
middleman.
the
So
add-on
they're
for
gonna go
everything.
ahead from say Modern Warfare
Mm-hmm.
to Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. I believe that's a new game. That's the
Cold,
name of the new game.
Cold War. Okay.
And in the Cold War, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, they would make Warzone that they would just pass on Warzone to whoever's making Black Ops Warzone
Oh yeah, because it's two
to
teams, right?
get any new updates.
Yeah, you're right. Because there's two teams, like
So
Activision, I think it is, and what was the other one?
Activision, there's a lot of teams actually. I don't know who's working on what, but there's Activision, there's Sledgehammer, there's Treyarch, there's I don't remember all the teams, but those
There's
are
an
the
I
three that I
one,
can
yeah,
name right now.
yeah, you're right.
And one thing that could potentially speculate that this is the route that they're taking is there is a operator coming. There's an operator coming on Warzone.
Mm-hmm.
It's apparently speculated to be Frank Woods from Black Ops. If you ever played Black Ops,
I probably
but
did, but I just don't remember the names.
yeah, Frank Woods was one of the main characters. Well, yeah, I guess one of the main characters in Black Ops, the previous series. But in this one, there's an operator coming out by the name of Woods. But again, people are speculating that it is Frank Woods from Black Ops. So like we never had a middle game where it included both people from Modern Warfare
Mm-hmm.
and from Black Ops. This would be the first game, as far as I'm
Oh,
correct.
you're talking the joint, like, operators, basically, like the
Exactly,
one.
exactly,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay, okay. I see what you
Because
mean.
again, we have Captain McTavish, we have I guess that's Soap. I think is also coming out. Not that guy, not yet, but we have Captain Price. That's the one I want to say. Ghost, which are all in the previous games, and now we're gonna have if Franklin Woods come to the Warzone. Fuck, I'm like stumbling on my words right now. If he comes to Warzone, then there's this what's the term? What's the term?
No idea what you're talking
Um,
about, to be honest.
crossover.
Oh, like crossover from like the Activision, Treyarch, or Sledgehammer, what you're saying.
Exactly, and then there's a crossover between now Modern Warfare and Black Ops, so that both parties are now mixed.
I don't know.
Just the way you would expect, like fucking I don't know, like
Don't make a
what's a good
FIFA. I
crossover?
was going to say, don't make a FIFA joke or whatever, because.
Like Simpsons and Family Guy to like make a crossover.
Oh,
If
okay,
if
okay,
that
okay.
has happened or ever happens, I don't know.
Definitely happened, yeah. That
An
definitely
American
happened
Dad,
before.
I don't know. There you go. See, so if these guys make a crossover, that's what you would expect, because they're pretty much like very similar into They're not the same company. I don't think they are, but that's on that topic. We spoke a lot about Warzone. I think we did.
Yeah,
Or maybe I did.
we're 35 minutes in. Let's switch topics, I guess. Let's answer some couple questions and I guess call it a day. What do you
Sure,
say?
sure. Let's go and talk about that. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, cool. Production, what do you say? Are you there?
All right. Question number one. Boyfriend angry that I masturbated. What should I do?
That sounded so crazy just now.
Boyfriend angry. Let him do it. I don't know. Fuck it. Whatever.
No, no, no. She's basically calling in or writing in or whatever, saying that her boyfriend is angry because she masturbates a
At
lot.
her,
Basically,
yeah. I mean,
who the fuck cares? I don't know. Like, I think everyone masturbates. You know?
are they conservative to begin with? Is that maybe what the issue is? That they're, I don't know, they're probably religious, and that's probably what's
I
the
didn't think about.
problem here.
I didn't think about that, to be honest.
Do we have any context on this production? Any background?
If it's a religious, nothing.
Nothing.
If it's a religious thing, for sure you have to respect it because, like, that's your religion. You went into
Yeah.
the relationship knowing that that's what the person was. Maybe you didn't.
No, like not even that. That was maybe a bad comment on my end because again, that's just still personal preference. You can't tell one person to do whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's think of it in a different way. Let's see if maybe, like, I don't know, he thinks that potentially, she's getting more curious now. Right, so maybe I don't want to bring up your situation again where if she's not satisfied with what he did, she went and finished herself off with the tools that she has, right?
This guy said I don't want to bring up your situation again, and basically said my situation.
You can cut that part off, to be honest. But like again, like that's the example that came to my mind. What if the guy feels probably, I don't know, not satisfied with his performance? Maybe.
But in your logic, what happens if yes, she's not satisfied to start with like a one masturbation. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and she's like, yes, babe, let's do it.
I mean, if I was in a situation, I think it depends on more context, but I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind.
I'm trying to say,
but,
let me finish. Based on your logic, that happens, right?
Sure.
3 weeks in, she's like, yes, let's try to do cuckolding now and step it up a notch every time. Threesome next time, gang bang next time. Like, no, fuck that.
No, not that. But like I mean, if everything is normal, as it goes, but
normal,
she does every now and then wants to do her own thing.
Yeah,
I don't mind that. That's not a problem. I don't think we should stop people from doing that. But if it does become like, if it's connected to maybe she actually wants what she's watching, like,
I was going to say, suppose she's like fantasizing about someone, like who's like the
that at that point becomes a bit of a problem, because then you have to go ahead and talk about it in this case, if that actually, like, because you can fantasize about, I don't know, like actors and actresses.
I was thinking like who's like a sex symbol right now, and I thought about Channing Tatum. I don't know if that's
just a spice.
But yeah, suppose she's like fantasizing about Channing Tatum right now, like, is that?
I mean, yeah, like. To spice, fucking A.
Exactly.
To spice up your that part of your life. I mean, I guess some people would do that, but again, they would also understand that that's not the reality. That that's just meant for that one night or maybe multiple nights or whatever, right?
I mean, I get you, because it's the same with me. I don't care, but like I'm like thinking now, I guess we're in the conversation. Suppose she brings like a fucking sex doll of Channing Tatum in the bedroom. Like, she's going off.
I don't know how that's possible unless you bring his goddamn fucking wax figure from whichever museum it's in. If there is even one to begin with.
She ordered she ordered a blow up doll from Amazon. Who knows?
Sorry?
She ordered like
is there like a wax figure of Channing Tatum in Amazon though?
Bro, don't put this on me.
Let's be honest. Come on, I don't think there's one, but. I mean, if that were to happen, again, that's kind of like a curious relationship where anything is possible at that point.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that, but again, if it's just an innocent thing where where she just doesn't want to, she just wants to kind of go solo in this one, then I don't mind it. I personally wouldn't mind it, but again, I think more context is required in terms of what they say.
The scenario. Yeah, I mean, I'm on your side. Like, I don't give two shits. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Like, if it's nothing, out of this world, like bringing in like a guy or 3 guys or whatever, I don't care. But like,
yeah,
don't.
No, hold on.
What I mean is,
she can bring a guy or 2
no,
guys. What?
I misspoke. I'm trying to say, if she brings like 3 guys or 2 guys or whatever, she brings like another guy. That is a problem.
We're going into the fucking topic of threesomes now.
Oh my god! I'm simply saying like nothing out of this world. If she wants to like please herself, like go off. I don't care. Do what you got to do.
Yeah. Which is what I was saying as well. Then again, I don't mind it. So I mean, coming back to the question of the girl again, the girlfriend masturbating while the guy is insecure about his shit. again, it depends on the person. So I think if the guy feels that maybe, I don't know, I don't know, he's insecure about that his performance, like I mentioned.
Yeah.
That's something different. That's insecurity. But again, I don't think that should stop the girl from doing what she wants in terms of just that what she's looking to do.
Yeah, like to me, it's no problem whatsoever. The only thing that I would probably think is an issue is like if she does it 10 times a day, where she's like not focusing on work
I
or
mean,
school
I
or
think
anything. That's no. I mean,
I
that's
think that's
like
just unhealthy to begin with. That goes
exactly.
for both guy and girl. So I don't think that's yeah.
So that's the only angle that I would have a problem with when it comes to that specific issue. Like if it's
Yeah.
unhealthy or you're not being productive and that's the only thing that you do, yeah. But like if it's
Mm.
1 or 2 times a day, I think 2 times a day is probably too much as well. But like I'm not judging anyone.
Oh no, yeah, 2 times a day is way too much. What the
Yeah.
fuck? Like I don't know.
But that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, that is too much as well. But like, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't put too much thought in it, right? Like, that's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
my
yeah.
mindset.
Yeah. All right, so we'll take another question. Production.
Okay. Here's your question. I am uncomfortable with my boyfriend's relationship with his female friend. How do I deal with this?
I won't lie.
Okay.
Every time production
That's
reads a
that's
question,
probably more common than the other questions that we faced.
I was gonna
I
say
think.
every time production reads a question, it seems like he's the girl in every scenario. Like, he's always my boyfriend, my boyfriend.
Jesus.
It's so funny, man.
um,
But what was the question? He said, or she
the
said,
question is that the guy,
uh-huh,
sorry, the girl,
uh-huh.
the girlfriend, is uncomfortable with her boyfriend's female, or the relationship between him and his female friend, and how to deal with it.
Mm.
Where they're probably close, they're probably touchy. I don't know. I don't know how long they've been friends, but if they've been friends since fucking middle school, then I guess maybe if they're best friends, but if they're well, I guess both ways. If you think about it, if it was a long term relationship or a or a recent relationship, then it's also still kind of iffy.
The only like, okay, what would you think in this situation? Like, if it's
I'm trying to
you,
put myself in that situation,
yeah.
yeah, but like I need more context on that. Like where again, if that person, if my girlfriend had a friend who was no,
No,
I think I think I would also feel uncomfortable, especially I don't know if they're really like really close. Because I'm a guy, I don't know. I kind of probably feel like
I know exactly where
this
you're
might be
going.
wrong. That guys somehow feel how other guys think as well,
Yeah, it's double
and same
standard.
exact thing
Like,
with girls, right? So
that's the thing. I don't know how you think about girls, but like every guy, like to me, every guy is like 24/7
we know
horny.
each other, yeah. We can
Yeah,
tell. We can tell. How we are just based on the
if
way
you,
we talk. So
yeah, if you're laughing too hard with like a girl, and your intention is to win her over, like the end of the day. But if it's like, how would I say? If it's like the in that specific scenario where the girl friend is not really as
Mhm.
close as, okay, what I'm trying to say is like if the guy confides into like the friend more than the girlfriend itself, that is where the problem is. Like if there's an issue
no,
and the
but
first
like
thing he
I
does is,
mean, I guess you could say that, but like my question is that may what if they're friends for quite a long time
if they were friends
and
before the relationship, that point is muted. Like, I mean, there's no way you could be upset about their relationship because they were friends before.
okay, so that's your answer. Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. So that makes sense a little bit. If they are friends for quite a long time, especially before the relationship, then yeah, I guess so. But what if they just became friends, like I don't know, maybe a couple months before the relationship? Then what?
He's wrong. Like, why does he need another friend? Like, sorry, but that's how I think. If it's my girl and she became friends with
So
this
what
guy.
if what if this guy?
Hmm. No, wait. Before you ask a question, I'm asking you the question now. You have your
Okay,
girl for 2 years, and she
yeah,
met this new dude who is like a friend of hers. Why the fuck does she need a
you
new
do. So
dude?
you're saying that she just met him?
Yeah, like, I mean, that's the scenario you're asking me right now. Like, why would she have a new friend? I'm
No,
not saying
at
she can't
that
have friends
point,
who are guys.
definitely, it's a bit sketchy, and then I would
Yeah,
obviously,
it's weird. Like, come to dinner
not
with my
say
friend.
investigate, but like definitely talk to her about it. But my question was that what if they were friends, but rather than because you said that what if they were friends before she
Hmm.
met you, but what if they just became friends like about 2 months before she met you?
Why are they
Then what?
friends? Like, I'm not being insecure, but like, why are they friends? Are they coworkers or they met on the streets or
No, let's just say they're friends. I guess let's say I guess yeah, let's say they're coworkers or they were coworkers.
That's different. If they're coworkers, I mean, it's a bit sketchy, but like, I'm not gonna like think the worst of the situation. I'll be like,
Yeah.
play it along. But like, if it's anything besides coworkers, like maybe it's me being paranoid, maybe it's me being too like I don't want to use the word protective, but like, why are
Yeah.
you friends in the first place?
I guess to answer the question, I think it's probably the best to go and talk to the other person.
Hmm.
Obviously, not confront them, but rather just kind of express how you feel about the other person and their relationship with whoever else, if they're with friend or whatever,
I should
and
probably like.
discuss it. I think discussing is probably the best option. Then they can go ahead and tell you how they feel. Hopefully,
Hmm.
because sometimes people lie, but then again, that's on you. So if you feel that maybe
Hmm.
it's not sufficient for you, then
And I
I don't
mean,
know.
I should say like they can be. It's not that they can't be friends, right? Like there's nothing wrong with being friends, but it can be a case where something is wrong. You're the first person that they call, or they go out by themselves to dinner, or to hang out by the mall without the other person being there. Like that's.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
I
that's
guess
the
so.
weird part
Yeah,
about it.
yeah. Someone is always there. Easy accessibility. So I agree that if they're always accessible every single time, that's I don't know. That let's say as an example, we get into a fight and she goes to his house or whatever for
Yeah,
comfort. Then yeah, that would make a bit more sense. But again, you could also think of it that what if that person was a girl and
because
kind
there's
of line gets blurry.
yeah there's like a double standard in this question though, or this issue, because if it was, for example, my girlfriend and I have like another girl who is a friend,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
could probably call each other and say, hey, let's go to the mall, let's buy some clothes, and that's no problem whatsoever.
correct. Yeah.
But if it was
But
a
if it was a
case,
guy, then it's a bit different. Yeah,
yeah,
the
because I'm not
mindset just changes the whole thing. But
exactly,
again, it's to be expected, right? So it's. I would
exactly.
say I would just talk it out. I think that's my answer. Talk it out, see exactly how it goes, and based on your decision,
Hmm.
based on your judgment, then continue from there. Yeah, production. You want to give us another question?
Yep, here's your question. Woman was cheating on her boyfriend with me. I didn't know about her long-term relationship until now. Should I tell the woman's boyfriend?
Okay, so
Ooh.
that's a good question. Pretty iffy
So
one since it's a long-term relationship. So, woman was cheating on her boyfriend with
mhm.
me. So apparently, there's a third person. I didn't know about her long term relationship until now. Should I tell the woman's boyfriend? So the girl went ahead and cheated on the guy, and the guy he figured out that she was in a relationship. Should she now tell the boyfriend what took place, what happened? I believe yes. The answer is 100% yes.
What the fuck?
You should
No,
tell the
hell
boyfriend.
no. You're saying that he should go to the boyfriend and tell the boyfriend that she's cheating?
Yeah. What do you mean?
What the fuck would you get out of that? I would never do that. Just that's. I have no relationship with the boyfriend whatsoever. I have a relationship with the girlfriend who is apparently cheating on me and her boyfriend. So like, I would confront the girl. I mean, in all honesty, to be honest, like if I knew
No,
this,
no, no, no. I don't know if you understood
oh my god.
the girlfriend. What the fuck? The girlfriend. So the girlfriend
Hmm.
cheated on her boyfriend with another guy. The other guy now figured out that she was in a long term relationship. Let's say, as an example, maybe 10 years. No,
Hmm.
not 10 years. Let's say 5 years, where he now knows that information and wants to go ahead and tell the boyfriend what his girlfriend did.
But what does he get out of it? That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, what's the end
Bro, it's a
goal?
bro code. What do you mean? What does he get out of it? It's a bro code. When you're I don't know, when your boyfriend's girlfriend, if you find that your one of your friends' girlfriends cheated, and you know that information, would you not tell your friend?
Oh, okay.
Be
So
like,
you're saying
yo, I saw your chick with another
oh,
guy. What's
okay,
going on
maybe I'm
here?
slow, but you're saying the boyfriend and the guy friend are friends together.
No, they're not friends. The guy doesn't know the boyfriend, but he knows that the person who he slept with has a long term relationship and wants to now, with that information, tell the guy that, hey, I slept with your girl. It was by accident. I didn't know that she had a boyfriend, or maybe she didn't tell me that she had a boyfriend. I want you to be aware of what your girl did because maybe she's done it with other people. You never know.
Bro, okay, so I fully understood the question then. There's no way I'm going back to that guy. That's not my business. That's not my problem whatsoever. Yes,
Oh, I
it's
see, I
stuff.
see, I see. Okay, respectable with that, but
Yeah.
typically the way the bro code goes is that if you know that information, because again, like if you were in a situation where you know your boy's girl,
Uh huh.
but you also know that now that girl is cheating on him with another guy. You had first hand experience of that. Well, second hand, I should say, not first hand, because I think that would make you the cheater. But You have information that she cheated,
Mhm.
and let's just say you guys are sitting on a fire, around a fire. Your boy, and his girlfriend, and your boy probably loves his fucking girlfriend a lot, but you have this information that she cheated. Would you tell your boy?
Okay, so I said what I said earlier, but now I'm thinking about it. Like, if I was the guy who was being cheated on,
If it was also you, the guy,
yeah,
if
yeah,
I
yeah.
found out that your girl cheated on you,
Mhm.
and I had this information, would you want me to tell you? There you go. That's probably another way to put it.
Okay, I get the scenario now, so maybe I was a bit slow. But if it was you, yes, we are
That's what I
friends.
want to
We are
repeat because you answered that question so quick.
because I'm like thinking like, why would I go to somebody random dude tell him that this girl is cheating on him because of me?
That's okay. That's okay. You probably didn't understand the question, but
Yeah.
now I think you do. So what's? I think the answer is obvious.
It's a good question because like to be honest, if it's like some dude that how would I say like if it's a girl that I didn't see a relationship with in the beginning, like I wouldn't really care. But like if it's a girl that I realize that I don't know,
Bro,
it's a good question.
bro, he says long-term relationship. So let's
Yeah,
say what is long-term in your opinion?
anything over a month. I'm joking. Anything over.
Let's say the person's been in a relationship for 2 to 3 years, maybe even 4 or 5. That's a long-term relationship, right?
Yeah, you're
So
right.
they've have a lot of history with each other now. So in this case, now that information comes up, he knows about it. The guy who the girl cheated with, and he, the guy he is, maybe he didn't know that she had a boyfriend. Maybe she didn't tell him at the beginning, but after everything,
Yeah,
now she tells him, or maybe he figured out like in a whole different way. But
yeah.
again,
You make a good point. Yeah, if it's like a long term, over 2 or 3 years, even over 1 year, I get it. Like, I would for sure. I wouldn't really, go to my way to tell the guy, but like, if I do see the guy's name in her phone for some reason or have a number for him,
yeah, 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 yeah.
I'd probably send him an email with like, the receipts to show like screenshot of what's going on between me and her.
Oh, okay. Damn, even showing proof. I mean, I guess what you're saying, you're probably having more difficulty with like how you're gonna tackle it. But I think your answer typically is yes. That
Yeah,
if you were to ever encounter the guy, then yes, you would tell him. But ultimately, how I think you're having the issue with how you would tell him
correct.
because you
Yeah.
don't you don't have his information, right? So how are you gonna even reach out to him, right?
It's not even that.
But
It's a matter of like me distancing myself from the problem because I don't want to get involved too heavily, but I also want
that's
to like be.
also another thing as well. Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of people don't like getting involved in these types of situations because then again, a lot of questions are asked and potentially, it
Yeah.
gets. I don't know if it gets even serious than that, but I think if it's just that point where you've had a one-time thing with this girl, but you figured out she had a boyfriend,
Hmm.
I would tell the guy if there was a chance. But
Well, to
ultimately, also
uh,
make it clear that again, hey, this is something that's I don't want to get involved with. I don't think you would get involved with that in
no, you never
that
know. You never know.
deep.
These people are different. Like some people are crazy. Like they're gonna be like, for example, calling you,
The girl
and
might come after you, yeah, for sure. She might like I don't know, probably sue you for whatever reason.
yeah, you just
But
never know. Like I want to get out of that, but I would send the email to be on the safe side. Create like a fake email address and just send the email, so I'm not in that position.
oh, okay, 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 okay. Okay, I see what you
So it
mean. I
never
see what
goes
you mean.
back
Yeah.
to me whatsoever, and I just
Ultimately, the answer is yes. Yeah, for this type of question, I think any guy out there, or even any girl who sees this type of situation, I think definitely go ahead and let them know. But I also like I think about your situation. Like maybe if I don't know, like if you don't want to get into these type of questions, then maybe what Six is saying that make a fake email or send them with a different number with other information, and that's it.
with the proof that that's what's happening. So
But
there's no
again,
back and
but if
forth.
you're sending proof though, because then if you send proof and that guy displays that proof, then she knows exactly who
No,
sent it. So
for sure. I don't mind she knowing because like when I do that, of course, whatever me and the girl have is done. I'm also calling it quits with her while I send the guy the
yeah.
information. But I just don't want the guy to know about me per se because I don't want any information coming back to me with my name or the guy knows that where I live or shit like that.
Oh, I see. I get that. I don't think. I mean, I'm pretty sure this situation has happened before.
Mhm.
Not to me personally, but again to other people. But again, I don't think it's ever exploded to a point where you're now also involved in that situation. The only thing that connects you is that you were the one she cheated with.
Yeah.
You didn't know, and you're the one who gave the information out to the guy. So from there on, I think it's up to the guy to go and just the boyfriend to basically
And one thing I wanted
dump her
to
or whatever, or the girlfriend.
one thing I wanted to like preference as well is that if it was a case where I hooked up with this girl probably once, I just honestly wouldn't care. Like I wouldn't do anything whatsoever. That's her business. That's not me whatsoever. But if it's a case where I develop feelings for this girl, I've been with this girl hooking up maybe 3 months, 4 months, or whatever, then I
Yeah.
would probably say something because I guess it's warranted
I
for.
guess so. That could also be a case, yeah, where you just hit it and quit it. I guess is what people would say. They wouldn't think about the history and whatever.
Yeah, 'cause that's
So I guess that's also very common as well. Yeah. Okay, so that's the answer for that. Again, the answer was yes. Then we would tell the guy, if obviously the scenarios that Six actually displayed, where if it was a long term, not long term relationship, but again, if you're seeing the person more than once, but if it's a one time thing, then maybe that's up to the person. It's up to the person if again
yeah. All
if
right,
they
cool.
want to or not.
So I guess we answered a couple of questions, and we spoke a
All
bit
right,
about
there you
like
go. That's episode 5. Hopefully, we can go out and I don't know.
I don't know what.
I cut off. I lost my train of thought. Hopefully, we answered some questions. Hopefully, you learned a little bit about I don't know, PS5, Warzone, our discussion on it. Again, just two guys talking about whatever the hell we want. This is Zero Creds. Yeah, that's basically it. We'll see you guys on the next episode, episode 6.
Episode 6. All right, cool. Thanks again, guys, for listening. If you're still here, but see you guys next week. Peace.
Take care.